good. So from the discussion running through the different maps, I think it's pretty clear we've got a bit of a path forward on trying to get to the bottom of what's going on in these individual zones. That's really been well defined by this correlation quadrant. So I think as a bit of a path forward, it'd be great to have a bit more data and actually getting to the bottom of what the variance might be from the soils perspective in these fields. So ideally, it would be great to get a really good snapshot of the 0 to 10 nutrient content, especially nitrogen and phosphorus, because if our yield's been held back, especially in that big red area, it's really trying to get to the bottom of what is potentially that handbrake on even just setting that yield up from the get-go. Then if we get a good snapshot of what's going on from that topsoil perspective, then I think we can be a bit more strategic in these zones around where we do some deep nitrogen soil testing, and probably link that in with some subsoil constraint analysis just to make sure we're not running into any salts or high sodium or something like boron, just considering where you are in the Wimmera. So I think once we join those data sets together, it'll give us a lot more confidence to define these zones and really nail those rates, especially coming into planting, and have capacity to do the variable rate phosphorus side of things. In these zones as well, I think we'll define some strip trial zones as well. So we'll have confidence out of the data to probably zone up some more block areas of where we'll be able to vary some of the rates of N and P around. But I think it's really still worth stress testing a couple of seeder widths or header widths so we can pick up really how far could we push some of these zones, and or potentially, say in that red zone, how much is that being held back by potentially something like low P or some other nutrient from the get-go. So I think if you are comfortable with that as a bit of a strategy, John, Brian and Tim on structuring that, and we sort of start getting that as our initial action plan, and then regroup and assess that data and hopefully finalise some of the zones for the variable rate fertiliser for this season.
Yeah, sounds great, Ed.